What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to Let Metal. I got my handy knife, so you know what that's time for. The mail! That's right, time for edition of The Mail! And I've got 3 boxes here from 3 different people. People I do trading with. One guy who just said he was sending me something, a surprise. I don't know what it is. We're going to do that one first, but here's the box. Little Zeppelin on the background. Maybe that gives you a clue if you've been in the VC for any time, but this is from my buddy Vance. Last name I have a hard time pronouncing, but I think it's Corritos, and I will put a link to his channel below. He is one of the originals. He's been doing VC videos, you know, vinyl community videos, whatever you want to call it, longer than I have. So I will put a link to his channel. Like I said, he's a huge Zeppelin fan, but he likes a lot of things, you know, the classic rock and heavy metal and, you know, all that sort of different things. So let's see what's in here. He did say it wasn't a record, but he did say it in a record box. So let's see what it is that we got in here. All right. Uh-oh. I just dropped the button on the... Oh, it's all kinds of stuff. I like stuff. I like stuff a lot, actually. Alright, so here's the box. Hopefully I didn't just show you the address. Let's see what's in here. So we got a gigantic Led Zeppelin pin. And pins are always welcome in my collection, and that's pretty awesome. I don't know what that came from, but it's pretty neat. Reckless Records sticker. Dig those as well. A Led Zeppelin Houses of the Holy print. Looks like, I don't know, maybe about a 7" by 7". Could be a little bit bigger. Here's a 7" right here. Yeah, it's probably 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches. A print, and there's a bunch of stickers. Oh, and more prints. So here's the some Houses of the Holy stickers. I don't know if these are out of something or they're just like it says on the back, deluxe editions of Led Zeppelin's 4 and House of the Holy, new remastered and released studio outtakes. So I don't know if this is actually came in the box sets or if it's just like stuff that they gave away as kind of promotional things. That tends to be what it looks like to me, but I don't know. I'll have to look further. And then there's some more prints. Here's Coda. And In Through the Outdoor, which I just threw out the door. Presents and Physical Graffiti. So there you go. Like I said, I don't know what those came out of, but regardless, they're still cool. And I am a big Zeppelin fan, as you guys know. There's a couple other things in here too. This is a flyer for System of a Down, Tool, Ghost, Prodigy, Gojira, and a bunch of other bands. Little handbill, what you call those, and I have like folders full of stuff like that. So, and then here's a flyer for the 20th edition of the Division Bell. I can't. Is this a sticker? Yeah, this is a sticker. Pink Floyd sticker. So those are cool. I dig that kind of stuff. So very cool. And then underneath of that, here's another Led Zeppelin sticker. A Maelstrom, it's like a postcard size promotional photo. And a Maelstrom CD, right on. I don't know who Maelstrom is, but it sounds metal. And it says 80s street speed metal. That's right up my alley, so... on Lost Realm Records, and you've got the bullet belts in the back, so Yeah, it sounded like it's going to be right up my alley. Very, very cool. Thank you very much for those. And then there's a couple other things in here. There is a Dream Theater handbill and a magazine. Oh, there's more stickers. More Zeppelin stickers. Another Pink Floyd sticker and a Zeppelin postcard. Unused. And then there's also this magazine in here with Judas Priest on the cover. Illinois Entertainer. Back to Basics, Judas Priest. So that's very cool. I'll be reading that. Awesome package from Vance. Love this kind of stuff. I know some people think it's goofy, but what can I say? I'm into that kind of junk. So there's also a box in here from another VC member who has been doing for a long time as well. This one's heavy, but this is from Kenneth, and Kenneth is from Denmark. And he and I do a lot of trading back and forth. When it comes to getting like stuff from some of the record companies I work for, he likes a lot of that stuff. He likes a lot of that melodic stuff. You know, he's really into AOR and melodic hard rock and melodic heavy metal and straightforward traditional heavy metal, those kind of things. And so that's a lot of the stuff that we put out on those labels. And getting that stuff out there is difficult. So he tends to trade me for stuff that, actually I don't even tell him what I want. He just kind of picks stuff up and sends it to me. Sometimes he'll ask me, hey, do you need this? Sometimes he just surprises me with stuff I've never heard of. Either way, I dig it. So there you go. So that's from Kenneth, and there is a stiffener. And let's get right into this because there is some records in here and some stickers. Lots of stickers this time. I send out a lot of stickers. That's probably why I get a lot of stickers. So Theocracy. I need to get this one. I don't have that one yet. Alterium Records. Theocracy sticker as well. I believe this is the first album, which I do have on CD. And Darkwater Human sticker. And then there's a full 7 inches in here. Little Angels, Kicking Up Dust. Not familiar with this one. Polydor, Kicking Up Dust, and Kicking Up Dust Live. So, very cool. I like 7-inch records. I like heavy metal, so I'm sure I'll like that. This band I have heard of. This is a promotional 7-inch for Shy, Under Fire, Young Heart, Break Down the Walls. And it looks like it came in free with Kerrang number 143, not to be sold separately. Whatever. Yeah, it's on RCA Records. And one more 7-inch in here. This is Glory. And from the looks of it, this is the name of the album is called, or the name of the single is called This Is Love. From the looks of it, this is going to be some either 80s style hard rock or 80s style AOR. I would consider them one and the same, but some people don't. Let me pull this out real quick. On VIP Records. See if there's a year on here in the back somewhere. 1989. On VIP Records. I haven't heard this one. Looking forward to checking it out. If anybody knows who Glory is, then go ahead and leave a message below and let me know what you think of them. Because, like I said, I haven't heard them. So, very cool. Like I said, awesome stuff from Kenneth going on here. There's 2 records in here. So we've got a band I don't know a lot about, but I know a little bit, just enough to make me dangerous. I know some people really don't like them, but from what I've heard of them, I do. I have a couple singles by them. But this is called The Almighty, and this is live. And what this band features is Ricky... what's his name? Oh, Ricky Warwick right there. And if I'm not mistaken, Ricky Warwick is actually in the... let me see. I need to double check now because it's going to drive me crazy. I'm pretty sure Ricky Warwick is the guy in Black Star Riders. Let me just double check that real quick. Got my handy phone. So I'm going to speed this part up so it doesn't waste your time. Ricky Warwick. I was right. I thought I was right on that one. But I just wanted to double check and make sure I wasn't being stupid. So yeah, Ricky Warwick right here, who sings in Thin Lizzy these days. So very cool. I'm looking forward to checking this out. Plus it's a live album. I just dig live albums because they usually have more oomph, more cojones. So yeah, I look forward to checking that one out for sure. And this is Saxon, Solid Ball of Rock. I'm a huge Saxon fan. This looks to be an import version. Let's see what it's on. There's the back cover. And 1990 Virgin Records. Okay, sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't mess things up too bad, but the battery was running out. I didn't realize it was that low. So anyhow, where we left off at, Saxon, Solid Ball of Rock, UK pressing, with the inner sleeve. There it is. And I'm sure it's going to be on the standard Virgin label. And it is. Very cool. Saxon, this is one of their more melodic, more straightforward, harder rock. I've always considered Saxon to be one of the leading heavy metal bands, but there was a few albums where they kind of went way more melodic. They were trying for, I don't know, commercial success in the U.S., and they kind of were getting more, commercial sounding. I think Def Leppard had a big deal to do with that, because Def Leppard were huge in the United States, and this is kind of one of those albums, but it's still a solid hard rock album, solid heavy metal album. Not far off from, say, Pyromania from Def Leppard. It's not pop like some of the later Def Leppard albums. It's still got some gritty guitars, and it's still rock and roll, but definitely more melodic than what they're doing now and what they started doing in the late 70s and early 80s. Okay, this one I'm really excited about. This is the only one I knew that was coming. This is actually an original pressing from, let's see, I'm going to say it's from, I don't know if it's from the UK or from Germany, but anyhow, Anthrax, Sound of White Noise. Man, this has been on my want list forever. And so glad to finally have a copy, man. He just hooked me up here. Yeah, I'm so excited about this one. This is going on the turntable right as soon as I turn this video off. So, love Anthrax, as most of you all know. And that particular record is just underrated in my opinion. I know people don't dig it because it wasn't thrash, and it was a little different, and that had new vocalists and John Bush, but I just thought it was a great album. So here's the picture sleeve, and then I'm sure it's on the standard Elektra label, which it is. And let's see if I can, this is a German pressing. So very cool. I'm excited about that one. But there is one more in here. And I know this band more so from the name than from the music. This is a band called Vengeance. And I know Vengeance, the U.S. band, who ended up changing their name to Vengeance Rising because of this Vengeance. Both bands were around at the same time. It was the 80s, so it wasn't as easy to know, if there was bands across the sea with the same name. Now you can go to, any number of sites and look up band names and see, so you don't repeat yourselves. But back then, it was much more difficult. So Vengeance apparently had the right to tour under the name, but not record under it. I don't know the whole story. Doesn't make a difference. They ended up changing their name to Vengeance Rising, and this Vengeance stayed with their name. So there you go. A little more commercial, much more commercial. Vengeance Rising was very, very heavy. This band is more melodic and hard rock, and still have a lot of grit, still got a lot of balls, but definitely more hard rock as opposed to the guttural thrash metal of Vengeance Rising from the U.S. Regardless, I didn't have this, so very cool. CBS Records. The year on this one is 1987? 84. No? Yeah, 84. So there you go, 1984. So that's it from Kenneth. As if that's not a lot, it's a ton. I'm so excited about that Anthrax especially. But Kenneth, if you're watching this, I do have a package ready going out to you soon. I know you're anxious for it. Kind of just waiting for something. So as soon as I get that something, I will definitely put it in the mail. And then this last package is a trade I did with Ron Wall. So unless he put something extra in here, I know what's in here. But we'll wait and open the box and see. This box is Italian because it's Fragile. See right there. So we're going to be careful because it is obviously an import. And what do we have in here? Need my knife. There we go. Nice. Yeah, this is what I love, these kind of boxes. They're like puzzle pieces, but they're still cool because they actually protect the records far better than most records. So okay, so he did put something more than he was saying he was going to send in here. All right, so what have we got in here? This is what I traded him for. original pressing of Morbid Tales, Celtic Frost, Celtic Frost. I've always called them Celtic Frost, but I know a lot of people call them Celtic Frost. Whatever. Yeah, very excited about this. Not in perfect condition, but definitely in a very good plus condition. The cover art, you can see it. It's been around. It's been well loved, and just super excited to have this. Metal Blade Records. Pretty darn clean. He told me it plays pretty clean. It has a couple pops here and there, but otherwise it plays pretty clean. He actually listened to it before he sent it to me, so very, very cool. I'm very excited to have this. I know this was re-released, and which is fine. The re-releases are just massive with books and all that. I really wanted an original pressing of this one again. I used to have an original pressing, sold it in 1990 with the rest of my record collection, so was kind of anxious to get back an original pressing of it, and I did. I also want to get an original pressing of the Celtic Frost I Won't Dance 12-inch, because that was another one that I had on vinyl that obviously I don't have anymore. And then we've got a sealed, unopened, brand new, never opened copy of Nugent from 1982. And this is his first record under just the Nugent name. It was his first album for Atlantic Records. Still sounds like Nugent. I mean, it's exactly what you would expect from Nugent. Best song on here, Tail Gunner. Man, I love that song. Great song. But you got No, 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 and Bound and Gagged, Habitual Offender, Fighting Words, Good and Ready. The whole A side is just solid Nugent. I mean, if you just like, if you like Nugent's 70s sound, it's kind of a continuation of that sound right here. A little bit more of an 80s production, being that it was 1982, but still, it's just straightforward, guitar wank, Ted Nugent, Gonzo rock. So, very cool. Yeah. When it comes to Nugent, I collect anything and everything. So, and this is cool. This is the alternate cover for the Monsters of Rock live album. So, in 1980 was it? I think this is the Monsters of Rock from. And it features live tracks from all these bands. So yeah, so you've got Stargazer by Rainbow and All Night Long with Rainbow. But being that this was 1980, was it 1980? I'm pretty sure it was 1980. Somewhere on here. I don't know. I'm almost positive it's 1980. But anyhow, so it's got two versions of Rainbow song, Stargazer and All Night Long. But of course, you think Stargazer, you think Dio, but it's not Dio. It's what's his name that sang with him for that one? Sang in Alcatraz, Graham Bonnet. So, and then you've got Loving You Sunday Morning, Another Piece of Meat from the Scorpions. You've got Back to the Wall by Saxon. I mean, at this point, Saxon was fairly new band. This was 1980. They only had maybe 2 albums out at this point. So then you've got I Like to Rock by April Wine, Canadian hard rockers. At this point, at 1980, they had already had a ton of albums out. They're kind of the standout in this one, though, because they were never really considered metal bands where the rest of these were. And then Touch, Don't You Know What Love Is, and then Road Racing by Riot, American heavy metal band Riot. Great stuff. This is a far better cover than the cover that came on the American pressing, in my opinion, but awesome stuff. Some nice extras from Ron. Now, Ron Wall has been around for a while too, 2-3 years now, doing videos, and he kind of disappears for long periods of time, then he comes back. But he goes on the road for a while, and he does different things, but he's a straight up hard rock, heavy metal fan. Shows a lot of the same kind of music that I show. He's, tons of Christian metal too. Stuff, a lot of channels don't show that kind of stuff, but Ron does, so that's very cool. So anyhow, sorry about all the interruptions during this one, but appreciate y'all watching, and I appreciate y'all commenting as usual. God bless. Stay strong.